Hello everyone, welcome to Aasaan Services. Today we'll be talking about the sales invoice config in the settings, how you can do all the different kind of settings over there. So let's dive in. First of all, you'll go to the right top where you will see your ID. Once you click on it, you can see the settings option. So once you click on the settings, you will be directed to this page where you can, if you scroll down, you'll see sales invoice config. So once you click on sales invoice config, you'll be loaded into this page where you can see you can do some changes in your invoices, the way your invoices work and all those things. So first of all, the default tax rate. So if you set the default tax rate as like 18 or something, the whole invoices, all the invoices will have a similar tax rate. So you can set it over here, or you can keep it dynamic by setting different tax rates for each items in the inventory. Then you can also select the last invoice number. You can put a last invoice number and the year, and according to that, the invoice number will continue from that certain number. Then this is something new. This will I'll not be talking right now. So then there is transfer stock option. So if this is ticked, you can do perform inventory operations like I have shown you in my previous videos. In sales or purchase, you can do inventory operation, right? So if you keep that on, this certain option will be here, is in which you can perform the inventory operation. Basically from sales invoice, you can deduct the certain quantity from the inventory. So that's for that we have that setting, transfer stock. If you keep it on, you can do that. Then you can also set the maximum outstanding balance over here. Then you can also enable order expiry notification from here, like you will get notification every day on the orders that you have, the orders that will get expired or overdue and all those things. You can see over there, you'll receive mail on them. So if you turn this on, and then there is the custom invoice number. So you can see here how you can put the custom invoice number. Like for example, it says right INV Aasaan YYS YYE MMX. If you put it like that, in place of Aasaan, you can write your own company name, all those things, and based on that, this will automatically be set as your custom invoice number, and it will continue the series. So that's how you can set the custom invoice number. Also there is the new invoice format. You can select it and use the new invoice format. As I think you all already know that we have two different formats, like one old and one new. So if you select this here, the new format will be displayed. I can show you actually. Currently I'll go and show you the new invoice format. This is the new invoice format, and if you go back and I unselect it and save it, so here as you can see, it has been saved. So we'll go to the sales invoice and see as you can see, this is the old invoice format. So basically that's how you can change the settings. So we'll go back to sales invoice, and here there is also there is the new quotation format. Similar to the invoice format, there is also the quotation format. You can turn it on off. If you want the new one, you can keep it on, and if you don't want, you can just unselect it and save it. Then there is the threshold, GSTR1 threshold, also you can put it over here. Then we have auto inventory option. So if you keep this selected, you can select you have to select a warehouse. Then what happens is that whenever you create an invoice, it will automatically do the inventory operation. Basically it will automatically deduct the item from the inventory. But if you turn it off, you have to do it by yourself, like manually, like as I have shown you previously. I'll just show you again. If you go here and click on this, you can see you can perform inventory here, right? But if we select that thing, auto inventory option, then it will basically automatically do the inventory operation. Also here you can select the allow negative stock. So if you do the allow this, even if there is no stock, it will deduct from the stock, and later on you can know if you stock in, it will be, the minus will be settled out based on that. So you can allow it from here. Then you can put the terms and condition. This will be generic. Basically if you put terms and condition over here, it will be shown in the invoice, all the invoices, and you can't be changing it for every different invoices. You can do it for, if you do it here, it will be same for all the invoices. Then this is for the quotation, terms and condition. For quotation, whatever you write, it will be shown in the quotation terms and condition section. Then if you go below, then you can select the invoice and quotation logo from here. You can select whatever logo you want and upload it. It will be displayed here, and it will be automatically displayed in the invoice and quotation as well. You can also see the stamp and signature option here. If you put all those things, upload all those things and submit, it will basically automatically be displayed in the sales invoices. If I just go to the invoice and show you, here is, you can see the logo, the stamp and everything is displayed. I'll also show you the quotation format. Here you can see the logo and everything has been displayed over here. So basically that's it for the sales invoice config. It's very easy and flexible in terms of usability. And if there is any confusion, do let us know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.